everybody. We'll start today's lab. The agenda, as Lek has drafted it for us, is here on Slack. Let me share it with our online members. We'll be doing first chapter 6, or sorry, 7. She has changed it apparently. Yeah. She wrote a message online. And we'll have GP updates from Sean. We'll have a circle announcement from Kushi. Kushi, if you can talk a little bit about your GP project and just an introduction. If you have material that you want to share, you could either log in yourself or you could put it up on Slack and I'll download it to share it from here. Okay. And the IJL has actually done online seminars, and this is the part I want you to look at. I talked about KO's GIGA program online, and it was a seminar where 280-something students took part from India, mostly from India, some from Southeast Asia. And there is a video on that. So if you're interested, Kushi, I will find the video link and I'll send it to you so that you can take a look at how I explain our program in English to Indian students.
We have a wet labs where people do research using African frogs. We have, basically all kinds of research facilities available to the students. Some of the scholarships, which are only for GIGA applicants, or shall we say international students, are the mixed scholarship, which is given by the Japanese government. I think we have about six spaces given by the Japanese government. We have a scholarship by the Mitakai, which is the OB alumni network of Keio University. And we have the Masatada Kobayashi scholarship. So quite a number of scholarships which are available for applicants. And once you get into the program, you can also look for private foundations and also public scholarships, or something to supplement your income. Some accommodations that are available currently are Dormi Shonan Fujisawa 2 and the Shonan Fujisawa International Dormitory, which is right outside.
I'll start. So today I'm doing on chapter 7, which is about behavior objectives and target goals. So first I would like to introduce you about some challenges related with setting campaign objectives and target goals. So first, why do we need to narrow the range of priority audiences? It seems that if we affect a larger range of audiences, it will be better. And what's the difference between objective and goal, since they're really similar? And if we haven't done this particular behavior change campaign before, how could we possibly know what kind of target goal to set? So considering these kinds of challenges, considering these challenges, Chapter 7 will focus on the steps of selecting a specific behavior your effort is intended to promote, identifying any knowledge and belief objectives your effort will need to address in order to influence the desired behavior, and setting target goals for levels of behavior change as a result of your effort. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation, and there are some discussion questions in the book. I chose some of them that I think are worth discussing. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I think with the wellness bento, the part that the students are there and present to talk about the bento itself is really helping a lot. So in the one day that we didn't have anyone there, like the bentos aren't really selling. But then when we are there, we are able to explain like, oh, this is a bento from this restaurant who is like locally sourcing products from the Fujisawa farmers, and also all the food is organic. people are more willing to buy that, and also I feel like people are more conscious of, I guess, the existence of these kinds of products.
So I think previously we ended in this graph where I showed how you have to be careful with regression. And when I actually removed Jakarta, there's still a relationship, but then obviously there's still outliers here. Now, a few things that I added was there's this thing called mutual information. So previously we used, I showed here, we used Pearson correlation to see, which variables correlate with income. But then one of the limitations of Pearson correlation is it, assumes there's linearity and it's not within the relationships, and it's not prone to outliers. Now, by using the mutual information scores, it can see or it can detect relationships between variables that are not that do not necessarily have a linear relationship. So anything, what do you call it? If they exhibit a quadratic relationship, for example, it can also be detected by our model. So when we run that, different variables pop up. And so this is a way to see which variables are important.
So you mentioned that at the end of the day, the more you could look at which variables had a high feature importance and think of them as levers that policymakers could pull on. And then you highlighted one of them, which was the divorce rate. I was wondering, as you mentioned earlier, that since it's pretty unreasonable to think of the divorce rate as a lever, so given that that is sort of that with the shared values and the feature importance graph that has shown that to be a good variable, how would you interpret that to a policymaker? Say if you were just to focus on that one level,